All praise is due to God, the Lord of the universe. I bear witness that there is none worthy to be worshipped except one God, and that Muhammad is his messenger. May the peace and the blessings of God be upon him, his family, his companions, and all those who follow them in righteousness. Dear Muslims, today's speech is directed to everyone, young or old, man or woman, boys or girls, husband or wife, teachers or imams, and everyone responsible for teaching and educating children. In an earlier speech, I spoke about the importance of youth and how to take care about our youth and how to protect them against the many issues in the society, and also the responsibility of parents and society to look after the youth and to help them to avoid committing violence and crimes. Today, I address another important subject related to teenagers and adolescents and tackling their problems. When I say caring for teenagers, I mean engaging with them, talking to them, listening to them, and keeping them away from joining gangs. When I say tackling their problems, I mean teenagers, boys and girls face many problems and suffer from many issues in this difficult period of time in their life, and they need support and guidance. Today, we see our boys and girls involving in acts of violence in schools and outside schools, dealing with drugs, leaving education, and unfortunately joining gangs. Every day, every time we hear, watch, and read about cases of violence, rape, dealing with drugs, and joining gangs. We hear many stories from our community about the bad behavior of their teenagers and the children in schools or streets or at home or with neighbors. They always complain about the bad behavior of the teenagers. Many friends told me that there are many Muslim children are involving in these things. And he told me that he experienced one of these things with these gangs. He said, once I tried to give some of the Muslim teenagers to give them advice about this is haram and this is not allowed, but they according to him, they hit him and they smashed his car in Edgeware Road. Dear Muslims, there is no doubt in this big problem for every one of us as parents, the children, imams, neighbors, or society. It is our responsibility all, because it affects all of us. It affects our parents, it affects the neighbors, it affects the teachers, it affects the society, and it affects everyone in us. Dealing with these things are really, we have to care about it. It is our responsibility as parents, schools, teachers, mosques, media, and the society. It is our responsibility to protect the teenagers against deviation, against misguidance, and against going away to this bad behavior. We are responsible to remove also the problems and the issues which face those teenagers in that period of time. Dear parents, you need to understand the reality of this stage in the teenager's life. You need to understand the social, the psychological, and social changes that they suffer. You need to understand how to deal with the teenagers during this hard time. Teenagers need help and guidance in order to control their emotions their sense and modify their behavior. When your children reach this age, a gap occurs between the teenagers and the family. According to the studies, this happens a lot in many cases, which makes it difficult to talk to them or to solve their problems at home, and they make them tend to isolation. The teenager personality disorder is one of the most important problems that can be experienced by young males and females. Feeling of frustration, lack of self-confidence, the nature of puberty, emotional and psychological disorder, inability to cope with individual problems, inability to establish healthy social relationship, feeling of failure, lack of good example for young people, losing loved one, and accompanying companions or bad friends. All these things are, or one of them are problems of that the teenager faces. If parents fail to understand their teenager needs, he or she go outside looking for the needs, looking for groups, looking for protection, looking for money, leaving the family, seeking self-confidence, and seeking belonging, and looking for power and new friends they will take him away from the right way. Young Muslim men and women who join gangs or do bad things, they suffer from these things. Dear brothers and sisters, we have to know also that we should, as parents, avoid violence and beating, and we shouldn't criticize them or hate them or dispraise them and tell them to go out from. This is not a good advice, and we should avoid also help them to avoid watching horror movies. This will help them. This is the aim of the khutbah here, is to spread awareness of this case. And from what I've seen, many parents, unfortunately, they don't know how to deal with these things. And most of them, they said, what I can do is to tell them to go out from home. This is not the right thing. The right thing is to protect them, help them, control them, and talk to them, make them engage with your life. This is so the aim of the khutbah here is to give awareness, because many people, they don't know how to deal with this. Dear brothers and sisters, the teenagers need to listen also to parents. They need to follow the deen, follow what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His Messenger said in this regard. And this is the duty of the Imam, the duty of the parents as well, who should educate their children from the very beginning, to tell them about what is right, what is wrong, to see who their friend is, to look at their friends, because you can know and understand the personality of your child from his friend. Look at his friend and you will know how about his personality. Dear brothers and sisters, finally, before I end the khutbah, I would like to remind you of the innocent brothers and sisters who suffer oppression, killing, persecution, injustice around the world, especially in Burma. We see many nowadays, unfortunately, the innocent people, they are leaving their home because of forcing, or because of killing, or because of many things and it is our duty to help them, support them financially to the charity organization, or to make dua for them, and not only in that, but in every area of the world. Dear brothers and sisters, take yourself into account before you take into account, and weigh your action before you are weighed, and know that the angel of death has already passed us to take the souls of others. And with no doubt, one day He will pass others to come to us. Finally, I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept our prayers, our actions, and our supplications. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us all. اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين اللهم ارضنا وارض عنا وعافنا واعف عنا وعلى طاعتك أعنا ومن كل شر سلمنا وإلى النجاح والفلاح وفقنا. اللهم اغفر ذنوبنا واستر عيوبنا وأصلح أحوالنا وألف بين قلوبنا وأصلح ذات بيننا وولي أمورنا خيارنا ولا تولي أمورنا شرارنا يا أرحم الراحمين ويا أكرم الأكرمين. اللهم اشف مرضانا وارحم موتانا. اللهم إنا نسألك في هذه الساعة المباركة ألا تجعل لنا ذنبا إلا غفرته ولا ميتا إلا رحمته ولا سائلا إلا أعطيته ولا مريضا إلا شفيته برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين وأقم الصلاة.